Oh, Mr. Leahy, when he gets on the liquor boy, I've never seen anybody that can drive the liquor into them like that guy. And I mean, I'll be honest, I get scared of him when he's out on the liquor. I've seen him do crazy things on liquor. I've seen him make liquor sandwiches. He'll lay the bread out, put meat and mayonnaise and whatnot, just like a normal sandwich, then just douse it with liquor, mash it together into a big ball and shove it in his mouth and chew it up. I've seen him eat 3 or 4 liquor ball sandwiches and then head out to the park just driving around fucking with people.
Welcome back to Muskies on Tap, Chronicles of a Young Guide, Gus Manty. This is Nikki Flannery from Musky Guarantee Guide Service. I'm going to be doing our hosting today. And with us we have Jeremy Barber, we got Gus Manty, and we got
Mike Keys.
Welcome.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you guys here at the Wisconsin Musky Expo. We are live in the Hammer Customs booth. Thank you, Nikki, for that wonderful intro. Appreciate that. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Any stories, funny stories, something that happened in the boat, big fish, getting off, catching them. I don't know. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to pass the mic around. We're going to get some people on. We got Mike here first. We got Jeremy Barber. He's going to be the co-host tonight. And
Hey, I just want to throw a little shout out there to Nick Amoros from Hammer Customs here for allowing us a space in his booth because he has nothing else to do because he sold every single bait that he brought.
absolutely incredible.
And we have a day and a half basically doing nothing because we have nothing else to sell. Right?
Yep. Really impressive work from Nick. Absolutely, yeah. It's Hammer Customs. The Hammer Jerk, those just flew off the shelf. So if you're listening, thank you if you came and wait and sat in line. I know some of you got here at like 9 a.m., I think, on Friday, which is pretty ridiculous. I mean, the line was through the entire aisle. It was nuts. So that was awesome.
Yeah, thus far we had record numbers on Friday and Saturday, so it was a good turnout. All the bait designers and all the companies that came are all super happy, so we're all happy to support all of those individuals, and it's been a great weekend for us.
Good. Awesome. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. You know, one of the things that I want to talk about that we've been noticing, I've been doing this a long time, and what I'm really impressed with, seeing a lot of young people here. And that is really good for our sport. There was like a lull the last couple years, and now like on this show, in a Minnesota show that I was at, I'm seeing a lot more of that, 12 to 17-year-old, boys and girls that are getting into it, and that just makes me feel good that this industry is not peaked. It's still going to be climbing, and the future looks really good.
I love that you said that, Mike, because with Musky Guarantee Guide Service, that's one of our things is we want more people to come into this industry and appreciate the things that we appreciate. And I feel like us young bucks in the industry have really all come together and really bonded and tried to boost each other. Even if you see us online and some of that stuff's a little weird, we get a little weird, but but overall, we're a tight-knit bunch, and we want to promote good people in this industry, and we, at the end of the day, want to promote the industry as a whole and support the muskies and make sure that the stocking's good and everything else.
Very, very well said, Nikki. I love that. But yeah, I mean, we got either Jeremy or Mike. I don't know if you got a story to start us off here on something that happened the past year, or something that you maybe want to share to the people here, something funny.
I got a story.
I'm sure you got a story, Mike.
All right, so in the world of musky fishing, everything is about timing. The whole premise of musky fishing is about timing and being in the right place at the right time. So we were filming out on St. Clair, and we had 4 people in the boat, so we had to sit out one guy. so that we could fish 3 guys. One guy would sit out, be on camera, ready to go. Well, Dave Brown and I at the time, we were doing the switching, and we were with Spencer, and so it's again all about timing. So we are like, okay, Dave, we're going to do 45 minutes. I'm going to fish for 45 minutes, then you're going to fish, and we're going to just swap out all day. Well, it's not only about timing, but it's about being lucky too. Dave had a bad back. So about 15 minutes into his 45 minutes, he looked at me and goes, Mike, I can't do this. You want to take over? And I said, yeah, I'll jump up there. Grabbed my rod, threw out the cast, and caught one of the biggest fish ever caught on the next cast on Lake St. Clair, and it would have been his fish. So again, it's all about timing. And he looked at me like, I cannot believe this just happened, because that would have been his fish if he would have caught it. But it was like, he had another hour or half an hour to go, and he didn't do it. And I just got up, made the cast, was working the pounder back, and all of a sudden we just watched this. It was 54 and a half by 27 and a half inch girth. Just an absolute giant.
I remember that one. That celebration was insane. You went down to your knees.
I did. It was one of those fish that, it's, and that's what I love about musky fishing. It is about the emotion. And I have people ask me this all the time. I've been doing this my 27th year. And people are like, Mike, how do you get jacked? You've caught a ton of small fish. Why do you still act like you caught a 50-inch fish? And my thing to that is, my answer to that is simply, I threw just as many casts for that 38-incher than I did a 50. And if you blindfolded me, they smell the same. So that's what it's about. And the minute that you take that for granted, I think that then you're really missing the point. Because what musky fishing is, it is a lot. And like with the younger kids that I talk to, it's nothing in life is supposed to be easy. It is about the struggle. And I think what it is it teaches us, it humbles us, it teaches us that the grind is worth it. And I think that that's what really appeals to me about this sport is that, again, it's the only sport out there that no matter how good you are, it will humble you. And at the end of the day, it does a check on you, and you go, hey, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was, but it always puts you back into that place, just like life. And the main thing is what I tell young kids is it's about never giving up, ever. It's always about the grind, because the grind is the adventure. The catch is just a minute. I've never, in all my years of filming, have I ever had a fish go over 1 minute before it was in the net. Think about it. Never. So I just worked for 4 days for that 1 minute. So it wasn't that 1 minute. It was about the 4 days, the adventure getting to that one moment that has to be appreciated.
That is so true, Mike. It is about the grind and all the grind. But we just want all the men to know out there, your wives, we want you to wash your hands when you get home. We can smell that grind, and it is not coming into our bedroom. All right?
So I'm going to tell you something to kind of speak on Mike's point there a little bit. And I know people have heard me on this podcast before. We've talked about the PMTT and fishing tournaments, and I was on a trail with Gus and Clayton Spies, Nick Ambrose, and Max. I guess Max was there. Max. And we kind of talk about, we come in, have a bad day, and I'm going on, and I'm like, this lake sucks, my boat sucks, I hate everything, why are we doing this, it's stupid, everything sucks, I hate the world.
Every musky outing.
Yeah. And then I catch a fish, and I'm like, I'm the greatest musky fisherman in the world. Everybody bow down to me.
Nobody found that
right now. And it's really about the ups and downs. And to go to Mike's point, like, is the squeeze worth the juice, right? Like it really is. I mean, I'm watching people walk around this show, and this is honestly probably one of the best shows I've ever been a part of in the 20 some odd years I've been going to shows, doing things. being a person that just walks in the show and being be a participant, buying baits, looking at things, meeting people, to running booths and helping people out and doing things. And I'm watching people, myself included, spend thousands of dollars in the pursuit of the things that we love. And you buy new baits and you talk to guys and you get new ideas, and it's awesome. And it's all about the hunt, right? And people that aren't in this will talk about it. It's like, well, how many fish did you catch last year? And guys will tell you, well, I got a couple, this and that, and well, you spent all this money, what did you invest per fish?
Yeah.
The minute you're doing that,
That's what you don't want to talk
you're
about.
wrong. You're wrong. Stop.
Yeah.
Do something else. Go put puzzles together or join a book club or something.
Can't put money on the fish.
You can't. 100%. Like this is all about like the camaraderie, the love, and supporting a sport and doing something that you love.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, all the stars align, everything happens, and you have these awesome memories, great stories. We talk about, tell us a cool story, and I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking, I have so many awesome stories, funny stories, angry stories.
Yeah.
Mike and I have some stories together, some things that we've done, that were like, funny, awesome. But at the end of it, it's like, it's
As a lady, I'll plug my ears.
Yeah. Maybe a lot of Gus is gonna have to maybe lean in and censor this a little bit. Some things happened. I don't know, legal, illegal. I don't know. There's a gray line there.
Yeah. But at the end of the day,
it's all about the camaraderie.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's why you come. That's why you spend the money, is catch a fish, and then once you catch a fish, you get to come back to the show then next year.
Yeah.
It's just a big cycle of life in the musky fishing.
I'm watching, and again, I'm gonna reference, Nick Ambrose here, a real good friend of mine, had a tremendous weekend, sold a lot of super high quality baits. And what a lot of people don't see is I'm there, I go to his house, and November, December, he's skipping fishing trips, he's out there sanding, grinding, epoxying. He's a weirdo, man. I'm telling you, he makes great baits, tests every one of them. He's down there breaking ice to throw baits, do things like this and everything else. And you're like, man, this is a lot of work, It really is. It's a lot of work. And then you come to this show and you see the success, you see the smile on people's faces. Hey, I finally got one of these baits and it's awesome. And they're telling you stories. Hey, I caught a fish on this, or I saw the biggest fish in my life, or I really enjoy your product. And all of that is worth it.
Pays for what he does behind the scenes.
On Monday, when Nick goes back home, he's gonna start cutting blanks for next year.
Yeah.
And that's it's just a grind, and you're like, is it worth it? Mm-hmm. And honestly, it is.
Yeah.
Well, and you're exactly right, Jeremy. Like, we want to promote those people that put the heart and soul into the industry. I mean, if you're not testing every bait, then did you really put your heart and soul into it, And so as a whole, like, our group of friends and the people that we enjoy in this industry, I mean, that gets you halfway there, You put your heart and soul in, and the other half is you're a good person. And that's what helps make the memories, and that's what helps make this a success. I mean, we've got record numbers, right? That's what Rich and Penny were saying. And we could not be happier to support both of them. Like, that's what it comes down to, too, is we support each other on the floor level, but at the end of the day, too, we support Penny and Rich because they treat all of us just as good as we want to treat them.
Couldn't have said that better. I think in a world where brick and mortar is dying and everybody orders everything from Amazon, this is a show that like kind of stands the test of time. Everybody comes in person, they get the baits they need because they're either a limited quantity or they want to meet the bait maker, want to meet who runs the company. So it's awesome to see, and it's cool to like talk to the guy that actually makes the bait that you're buying. It's like cool to feel like you're supporting him, talk to him about how he actually makes it. So it makes it all much better. So great experience here.
One of the things I want to say here is that with the show that Rich has put on, he's built this show to be like the #1 show now in the country. There's no doubt about it, because he, one, is looking out for the vendors. I mean, what show do you go to that right now we're going to go eat that he's going to put on a dinner for us. It just doesn't happen. And with Rich, after getting to really know him, it's not about the money with him. And what I love about the muskie industry, you know, when I started back in 2000, I did multi-species. I did 26 episodes a year, and I did hunting, I did bass, I did ice fishing, I did it all. And I remember going to a bunch of the walleye and bass tournaments, and it was so cliquey, dude. It was like this group wouldn't talk to that group, and this group. The muskie industry is the only group where we're all competing against each other in one way or another, but we are not afraid of sitting down and having a beer with each other. And that's what I absolutely love about this sport, is the camaraderie. And this is what I tell show promoters out there, why Rich has been so successful when you think about it. Even though we're competitors against each other in one way or another, this is the only time of the year that all of us get to come together under one roof, exchange stories and ideas, and have beers together, and we're all friends. And that's why I gravitated over that 27 years of getting into just muskie. It was because of that. I didn't like that whole, I'm not in your clique, you're not in my clique, and I don't like you, you don't like me. But here, and same with the PMTT, because you've lived it, it was about the camaraderie. It was like, these are the dudes that 100%. I get to see once a year, have some beers with. Not so much you want to win at the end of the day. You want to be competitive, but at the end of the day, I also want to have a beer with you. And we want to do some crazy stuff. Like, remember the time? No, I won't get into that. So, but you know,
we're not going to start stories with remember the time, like, because we're both incriminating ourselves.
Yeah, right. Like, so we won't carry on to that. So, but that's my take on the whole thing, and what I love about this industry is at the end of the day, I'm old. All right, like I'm dinosaur age to you guys, but what I like about it is that we're all sitting here right now having a great time, and to me, that's what it's about. So
last night, you know, me and Keys talked a little bit about how it'd be really awesome if somebody started up like a senior muskie tour, and we could be the ambassadors.
Like
for
golf-wise, senior PGA tour.
All the younger guys
tour,
go out.
Tour, yeah.
Like you do things, you know, to like kind of, you know, help a little bit. You know, like we started at like 10, we fished till like 2. There's like a 1 hour lunch break.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But yet I asked him, hey, you want to fish next week and go camping? And he's like, no, I'm not into that. So, you know, here we go. I'm the old guy, but I'm still sleeping in the dirt, brother.
Yeah, Mike's like, all right, we'll go do this trip. We'll go 19 miles up a river and we'll get a canoe and we'll portage 18 miles to the woods. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that, man. Like,
yeah, he
no
definitely
way.
left out all those details.
That's what makes it great, though. It's like you said, you have a bunch of people, you know, egos aside, you know, you're just catching up, talking about the year, and then you have a bunch of people from, you know, maybe outside of the industry catching up with you, people that watch your videos and that want to meet you. And like, this is just an open walking floor. You can meet anybody you want, talk to any bait maker you want. It's a great scenario for any person into the muskie.
You know, I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, like 20 years ago, I think it was maybe the Milwaukee show, something like that. I hadn't fished a ton of tournaments then. I was the guy standing in line outside the door, you know, waiting to get in. I got some baits I want to buy, you know, this and that. And I ran into Keys, you know, back in the day, and we got to chatting. And,
Good guy to run into.
You know, we've become really good friends.
Yeah.
Right. But at the time, I was just a guy, and here's this, you know, I don't want to blow you up here,
Yeah,
Mike.
we don't know you see him, yeah.
I got this
Titan.
6'5" giant.
Yeah.
The blowing happens later, Jeremy. Please rest.
$14 is $14. You know, I meet, you know, Mike Keys, and I'm like, this is Mike Keys. Mike Keys, outdoors. He's got a TV show. This is awesome. We'll watch this guy every Saturday. Later that night, we're having a couple of beers. We're talking. We end up fishing some tournaments together. We've become friends over the years. And I was a nobody, you know, and I thought that was really cool, man. You were just like, hey, yeah, I love musky fishing too. Let's go have a beer. Like, you know what? I was like, yeah, I'm hanging out with Mike Keys. This is awesome, right? You know, I thought that was really cool. You know?
It is, man. It's what brings all this together.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best part of the show.
I got a real quick story about Mike Keys.
Quick story, and then we're gonna get Jim from Ski Hunt in here.
Awesome.
Quick story.
We're down in Milwaukee, right? And it was back when Milwaukee was in over on State Fair Park. We were staying at this place. They had a bar. It's kind of a restaurant. And they're kicking us out. Just me, Keys, and a couple other guys, you know. And Keys is like, well, we're gonna go to another bar. It's like 10 o'clock, right? We're like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, we'll have a couple more drinks, you know, before we get to bed and get all refreshed for the show tomorrow. And he's like, everybody get in my car. So we got near, I don't know, yeah, like a Suburban or something. It's like Keys Outdoors on the outside. And like Dave Brown's driving, and we're packed in here. Like we have like 13 people in this Suburban. Like it's like 3 deep, like 3 laps deep, right?
Yeah.
And we're driving down the road, and there's these like kids, like younger kids that were like at the show. They're like carrying their bags. They went to the bar. They were kicking them out too. They're like, hey, there's another bar across the street. We're gonna walk to it. We're all in Keys' thing. Mike Keys is like, Dave, stop the car. And we like roll up. And we like roll the window down. We're like, are you guys at the Muskie show? They're like, yeah. We're like, get in. And these guys are like, oh my God, it's Mike Keys. So like these like 20-year-old kids, well, they had to be, well, they were probably 21.
Yeah.
We didn't check IDs. we're like,
They look 21.
get in. So now we're like 4 deep. So there's like 18 people in his Suburban. We drive like a mile down the road.
They
We go
sit
to
in
the
the
bar.
wheels, bottoming out.
And that kid kept coming up to me. He's like, oh my God, I'm like hanging out with Mike Keys, and like you guys were on TV. This is awesome. And we, like JVR was there. Like we were Spencer Berman, like Quintano's, and we were just ripping.
Yeah.
And got a little out of hand. Might have talked a kid into jumping off a sex story into the pool.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not gonna incriminate myself right now, but like this legit
Jamie,
happened.
or
Like,
Jeremy, this is a family show.
It's a family show.
but either way,
Come on, quick.
But out of hand.
here's Mike Keys, TV personality, stops his car in the middle of the highway and like picks up some random kids from the show and takes them to the bar, and we drink all night.
You got it, Jared? Hey, it's all.
No, this whole operation's falling apart, Gus.
Everyone's drunk. This is a drunk podcast.
It's not a drunk podcast. We are live from the show. Hold on. We're recouping the mics. We're about to be live again here. We're gonna bring in Jim. Yeah. Jim from Ski Hunt. We're gonna bring you in here. Jeremy, you mind if Jim takes your spot?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually have to go do some stuff with my son Trevor. So Jim, please come take my
Jeremy's got a massive haul for the bait swap.
You gotta
He's
host.
gonna get that sorted.
You gotta host again.
Jim from Ski Hunt is gonna pop in here.
How you doing?
We just bought a couple baits from Jim earlier today at the show. A couple unique bucktails
Make sure to
from
talk
Jim.
directly into this mic.
Not inline bucktails, but a new variant. It's not a spinnerbait either. It's got sort of a T-arm above the skirt, and then 2 bucktails dangling down. So if you envision a T, letter T from the main line, and then 2 bucktails,
Yeah, opposing arms. Yep.
we bought it from him. So Jim, how did
Yes.
you get started in the industry? When did you start making the baits?
Well, I started making baits in 2008 when my kid could drive himself to hockey.
There we go.
I bought a truck
You
and
got
a
some
boat.
free time.
That's right. Bought a truck and a boat, started fishing with a buddy, and decided, hell, I can make baits cheaper than I can buy them.
Yeah.
I started making them in 2008, and then 2012 I came up with the design that I've got right now. Used it first time with a friend of mine on a trip and caught a 47-inch tiger.
It's not bad.
It was crazy. I thought, well, I got something, so I
Was
got.
that in the North Woods?
Pardon me?
North Woods, Wisconsin, 47-inch
Yeah,
tiger?
like the Flambeau area.
Yeah, that's a big fish. That's a
And
big
I,
one. That's a trophy.
Yeah,
I got one right here, actually.
Yeah, Max and I
This
each
one's,
bought one.
this one's
It's
hold.
a
Gave me one. I drew this.
it's a
That
T-arm.
one's hold my my beer.
How would you describe that?
Well, I would describe it as opposing blades that are adjustable, so you can actually lower one of the arms and let the blade hit the body.
Okay.
And I think that's what happened with the original bait I made, was that the arm rocked down and hit the body, and that's what attracted the fish.
Okay. So if you can envision like a T with like 2 blades coming out from each arm.
That's right. And the blades wander,
Yep.
and the arms wander, and the blades go in free spin.
Okay. So how did you start producing those?
I don't know. I was just making my own lures, and I just decided that was a design that I'd like to try. It would.
Was there any drinking involved? Was there any drinking involved?
Well, you're at the workbench.
Yeah.
You know,
So yes, yeah, a little bit.
spending your time
Yeah.
doing this. But yeah, it ran really good that first time when I caught that fish, so I thought I had something. I had to share it with the world,
Yeah,
I started producing different ones, and it was the same progression where you're trying to come up with names for the lures
Yep.
and things, and what I've done is I made series different, like that was a Hold My Beer. I've got a Dark
Hold
Side
My
of the
Beer.
Moon.
Yep.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff from album colors, album collections, and so that worked out really good.
That's awesome.
It kind of organizes you when you're making them.
So he gave some references that only old people like me would understand.
Yeah.
It's called Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Big Floyd.
Well, I got Rory Gallagher,
against the wall.
Sammy Hagar.
There you go.
I got a whole bunch of them, but I don't name them by their names. I name them by
Bob
album.
Seger?
No, I didn't do Bob yet.
No, Bob yet.
I do
Okay.
album.
We're
album
coming,
names.
but this is a good like sort of spinnerbait / inline
Yep.
blade. Good like mix up if you're looking for something new, something that might trigger a fish.
I make them in number 10, 8, 6, and 4
Yeah.
size blades, and they're shorter. Smaller blades, smaller bodies.
I mean, this
shorter
is-
length.
this is something
they run
absolutely
about
new.
6 or 7 inches for the spring.
Yeah.
You need something for the spring.
Yep. But you make multiple sizes. You make a bigger one as well.
I make
think
them
a
in-
10 blade.
10 blade, 8 blade, 6, and 4.
Yep. So every season of the year you can get one. It's a T
yeah.
blade, if you can envision what I'm saying at all. It's a T blade. If you envision a regular inline spinner, but with a T blade out, and there's
Yeah.
2 blades on each arm.
And they're opposing.
Yeah, opposing blades.
Yep.
They spin, and it looks like a gorgeous bait for me. I just bought it for the first time, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to use
They're
it.
made well, all Wolverine, split rings.
What is the middle section made out of?
That's either 3D printed or resin poured.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
the
looks like a really durable bait.
They are. They are. The way it started was I had to come up with a name, and I named it Ski Hunt
Ski Hunt.
from the old black and white Sea Hunt.
Sea Hunt. Okay.
If
Yep.
you remember Sea Hunt,
Yes.
that's where Ski Hunt came from.
Okay.
Ski Hunt. Yep.
Yeah. So I had a name. I had to make a bait.
Do you have a website?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Website Ski Hunt.
SkiHunt.com.
Skihunt.com.
That's right.
The new potentially hot bait of the expo. Max and I, hey, we're all in. We're
All right.
in.
Well, I
So,
just gotta get you guys using them and letting me know how they go.
I'm a sucker for a new bait. I want something the muskies haven't seen, something that's new to the industry. This is it. So
Yeah, well, I
I'm
was here
excited to
last
throw it.
year, and my booth wasn't as friendly, I guess. And this year I opened it up, and I've had more traffic.
That's great. That's
Yeah, but
awesome to
there's
hear.
been more traffic at this show.
It's been a busy show, and I'm glad that everybody's experienced the traffic that they deserve. And
Yeah.
obviously, you put a lot of work into this bait.
Yeah.
It's an awesome looking
I
bait.
can't imagine the work that's put into this building.
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Craftsmanship.
I would
Yeah.
hope this is the most
Components.
traffic this building's had in a while. I don't know what
more
other
than
show
I've
could
seen.
top it.
I've been to this show, and the last year and this year, the 2 times I've had my own booth.
Yeah.
So everybody's been really accommodating, really friendly.
That's awesome.
You know,
That's
real
awesome.
supportive.
Yeah.
You know, nobody knocks each other.
No, yeah, I hope not.
Not that
Yeah.
I heard.
we don't want rivalries at the show, so it's awesome
That's
to
right.
hear.
That's
It's been
right.
doing well. It's an awesome made bait. Marabou, Flashabou. little bit of everything in it.
Well, I make a faux bucktail also. That's from the fly fishing industry.
Yeah.
It's a synthetic bucktail, and I've just come up with a new way to build it so that as you pull the bait, the arms slide down and flare out the faux bucktail.
Is it a castable fly?
Pulse like a fly.
Exactly.
Yeah, right on.
And when you pull it, you can stop it, and it flares out. You can fix that, or the water will bend the fibers back, and it gives a bigger profile.
So when you stop it, it flares out.
Yeah.
Just like a fly.
Well, when you pull it, it flares out, and when you stop it,
okay.
yeah, and you can fix it that way too.
Yeah.
However you like to throw it.
Okay.
What is that bait called?
It's a ski hunt full bucktail. It's built the same way with the opposing blades.
The artist name?
That one I make for Dark Side of the Moon.
Pink Floyd, baby.
That's right.
Pink Floyd.
And Back in Black.
Back in Black, AC/DC.
I make
Here we
that in
go.
marabou and in full bucktail and tinsel.
So they can find all of them online.
Every one of them. I just updated my website, and it's all up to date.
Perfect.
That's right.
Online, skihunt.com. Check it out. New bucktail, might be the hot bucktail of the year.
Hey, man.
Appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Jim.
I'll take it.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, so we got a little bit of a new roundtable discussion coming on here. Keys, you're welcome. Stay put. No. You stay put. You stay put. All right, we got a couple reoccurring guests on and one new guest. So we got Mr. Clayton Spees coming on, Mr. Rowan coming on, and Mr. Camden Droppo coming on. So we got 3 chairs. They're gonna bullshit about some musky stories here, and we'll see. We'll see where it goes. So Clayton, why don't you start us off here?
My wife's going to be here soon, so you have to.
All right. Well, thank you again for having me on the podcast. Pleasure to be here and amongst such incredible company at the Wisconsin Musky Expo, the best expo in the country by far. Most camaraderie, best people, best baits in the business. And yeah, so I guess we're just here telling stories tonight. And my most recent story that I want to tell, I guess, would be happened to be last night. We were out having a good time and doing some lobby beers and stuff after the bar, hanging out. And my guy Kyle Hunzader with Hunzy Tales just up and ghosted me and left with the room key. So me tuned up at 3 a.m. in the morning was like, all right, I can work through this. I'm gonna head on over to the front desk and see if they can give me a key to get into my room. So I go over there and there's nobody there. So I'm like, all right, well maybe I'll go back in the back office because if nobody's around, maybe they're back there. So I go back into the back office and there's nobody there. So there's nobody at the hotel anymore. So I'm like, all right, Clayton, I think you can probably make yourself maybe your own room key card here. Let's see, you can figure this shit out, right? So I'm like looking at the key cards and like how to work the machine to get my own key made behind the desk. And I kind of gave up on that pretty quickly. So I headed up to my room and I'm like, all right, I'm going to wake up Kyle. So I start banging on the door and I'm yelling. And I'm like looking around like I don't want to wake anybody else up. But I got to get into my room. No answer. I hear Jamie snoring extremely loudly. So I'm like, well, he's not waking up. So I sit down and I kind of curl up, with my head against the door, and I'm curled up in a ball, feeling left out and homeless. And I start calling Jamie, so I called Jamie for like 5 minutes. He said I was only one phone call. It could have been, but to me it was 5 minutes. He didn't answer, and I didn't even hear his phone ring, so I called Kyle. And Kyle's phone starts ringing. I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm going to wake him up. First one goes to voicemail. I'm like, shit. All right, well, hang up, call again. So I call, rings once, and I hear him reach over and kill it, thinking, why is my alarm going off? I'm like, that mother fricker, he's awake. And he just silenced it. So I called him again. I called him for a half hour. Actually, it was probably like 5 minutes, but it felt like a half hour. Finally, after 300 phone calls, probably only 5, he answered and he's like, oh shit, that's Clayton. He's like, Jamie, where's the key? Jamie didn't even respond, so he gets up, lets me in or whatever, and I was like, thanks, I've been sitting out here for 3 hours tonight, waiting for you. And he's like, looked at my phone, it's only been 5 minutes, but so there I got rescued, but it was pretty scary for a while out there, never been by myself in the hallway.
So this is what happens when you take a boy from the North Woods and bring him down to the modern city of Wausau. He can't figure out how to get in his room.
I wish I could say this was the first time, Clayton, but we all know that this happens to you every single weekend we get together, and it's about time, you kind of get it together a little bit. Why are you the last one out?
The first step
Do you
is
have
admitting
proof
you
of
have
that?
a
I don't
problem.
believe this has ever happened. I don't think this has ever happened. I don't know you have proof.
I was in bed early, so no, I do not have proof.
Yeah, fake news.
Fake news strikes again.
All right, is it my turn for a story?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get it really close to my face. All right. Well, so at the end of the year last year, I'm pretty tuned up at the Musky Expo right now, so we're going to preface it with that.
And we appreciate that.
So at the end of last year, I was rolling with a truck that had it was maybe one headlight, zero brights, and one brake light. And I was trying to get through about one more week of muskie season before I got a new truck. And I was out dragging suckers in Hayward.
Is that what I heard?
And we were out till probably 11, 12 o'clock at night. And I'm rolling down 70, and I'm talking to my girlfriend on the phone. And I'm like, man, this asshole is on my ass. Like, this guy just will not get off the back of my trailer. Like, I'm going to slow down. And then the cherries and the berries came on. So I was like, oh, well, I'm going to get in trouble right now. So I was sitting there like, well, I'm going to get a ticket for at least my brights. And the cop comes up and he's sitting there talking to me. And I'm like, oh man, like I'm swerving, I'm going slow, I'm exhausted, it's 11 o'clock at night, it's November. I'm like, I'm gonna get drunk walked. I'm not drunk, but I'm gonna get drunk walked. This is where we're at right now. And the cops disappear for like 20 minutes and I'm just sitting there in my truck like defeated. And I can see him like going through my boat with the spotlight and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting screwed. There's a bunch of beer cans back there. Like that, yep, that'll be the end of me. And they come back and he's like, yep, we're just gonna give you a warning for your headlight. You have a nice night. Get back to your cabin safe. And I was like, okay, you boys have a great night. We'll see you later. And I came to realize that they were sitting there for so long because they were trying to figure out if I had stolen my boat, because my boat was so much nicer than the truck that I was driving. So I assumed that they were running my hull identification and trying to decide if that my one headlight, no brake light truck was actually pulling my boat, or if I had just taken it from someone's cabin. But the pile of suckers in my passenger seat probably confirmed it pretty quick.
Meanwhile, a nice truck pulling a shitty boat went by you, and you're like, hey, the cop was like, that's the
Look
guy.
at that guy, he's drunk as shit.
That's a good one. I want to actually introduce our next person on in this. I'm going to tell a little quick story, one more quick before we get him on. But your next person that's going to tell a story is Camden from Minnesota. And I got to meet him through social media last year when I was over fishing on Lake Vermilion.
Sorry, wrong Camden.
Wrong Camden.
There's two Camdens at the Minnesota DNR. I do work for the DNR.
You're not the one.
I'm not Camden Glade. That's Camden with a K. So, yeah.
All right.
Answer.
Take two.
Yep, I am not as cool as him. I work in the ecological water resources doing invasive species.
Are you as cool as he is?
I wish I did fisheries work, but I'm doing equally as cool stuff maybe.
So what the heck are you doing on here then? I'm just kidding.
The trick is
I'm
always
an
denied.
avid musky angler.
All right, appreciate you. I'm sorry.
The confusion is there quite a bit.
If you see this on YouTube, my face is really red right now, probably.
No, it's not. He's just being goofy.
All right, Camden, go ahead.
No
I don't have a
worries.
story anymore now. It's not as funny.
I would
It's
love
not
to hear about
person.
vermilion. So, for myself and my side of the work, I deal with invasive species. Lake Vermilion this year is being listed for zebra mussels. Currently, we have not found any adult zebra mussels, and we have found veligers, which are the microscopic version of them. So when they reproduce, they have the veligers, which are basically the babies that are free floating until they absorb calcium and form on hard structures. At Vermilion, we have yet to find any adults, but we're listing the lake for zebra mussels just basically because we found the babies.
So, all right. Obviously, that's not good.
We're taking a twist here in the conversation.
Yeah. So what's that going to mean as far as people being able to come and go on the lake? You know, obviously, are you gonna set up any kind of preventative thing like wash stations or something like that? I imagine.
Yep. So I'm just going to start and say that this is not the Minnesota DNR talking. This is just myself outside of work. But
Off the record.
Off the record. Normally, extra decontamination stations are going to be set at these lakes. Zebra mussels, they are very difficult. The biggest thing is that you want to clean, drain, dry. So if you're able to go to a car wash, do a rinse with your boat, motor flushes, anything that you can do between going from one lake to another to make sure that your boat is not transporting any invasive species, it's going to help in the long run. I don't like to be I don't know what the word I'm trying to say is, but the ruler of it, but I'm just trying to make sure that everyone knows that we can do our part. It's very easy just to prevent these invasive species.
Gotcha. All right. Well, the people want the story anyways I was going to tell you, even though it's not you.
Yes, I would love to hear it.
Yeah. I'm basically just going to rip on myself again. So we were in Vermilion fishing last summer, and I've been working with the Wisconsin DNR now, checking fish in northern Wisconsin for pit tags, and have now gotten through all the steps to actually start pit tagging fish in Vilas, which is in Oneida counties in northern Wisconsin, which is super awesome. I'm very excited for that. But in the meantime, the other Camden that I'm mistaking you for was reached out to me when he heard I was coming to Vermilion, because that's like his lake, his specialty that he's been working on. And he asked me that if I could take my pit tag reader and scan the fish that we catch and see if we can get a tag, send him any information, measure them all, tell him where we caught them, whatever information we could give him, would be extremely useful. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll help out with that. So we get going into fishing, and for some reason, I got extremely big musky blackout on the first day, and the first 3 fish that I supposedly scanned, I never actually hit the scan button, so they could have been tagged. We don't really know, which I feel like an idiot for that, because there's a good chance a couple of them were in the size range of where all the fish should be tagged in that size out there. They've tagged every single fish they've stocked after a certain year, which should be right around that 40-inch to 42-inch mark at this point. And the first 8 fish that we checked didn't have a tag in them, but some of them were in that range, and the first 3 for sure. I forgot, for whatever reason, I just blacked out big time, forgot to hit the scan button. So they could have been tagged, maybe not, but I hope I can redeem myself and give them some more vital information this year when I get back out there.
So I would say that similar at Leech Lake, they're currently doing a fin taking study. It's a mixture of the DNR with the Leech Lake band. They're having anglers cut off a short section of the fin for doing a genetic study. Myself, I'm very aware of it. The 2 fish that I caught out in the lake this year, I forgot to take the fin clipping. I'm letting the fish go, and as it's swimming away, I slapped my head and said, "You dummy."
Yeah, and I mean, that can easily happen. You know, obviously we're always trying to make sure we care for the fish, make sure that they're healthy and they're getting released healthy, and sometimes, you know, there might be a little bit more of a, you know, try to speedily get that fish released rather than sit around, mess around with it, check it, fin clip it, whatever. Even though it doesn't take very long, you know, sometimes it's just better just to release the fish.
And speaking of Lake Vermilion, I have a friend of mine over here who is an avid, well, actually, I don't see him. So we got Mr. Brady Martz here coming up. From Bam Bam.
All right, we have a little change in the guards here. We got Adam Mueller from Top Line Baits. We got Doug Wagner from Catches a Lot of Musky. And Next Gen Musky. Sit down. Here you go. Hey, Dougie. Dougie Fresh. Come on.
Yeah, man.
All right, and I'm gonna let you guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. All right, so one thing I want to start you guys with here is Adam and Brady. Why don't you kick us off with what are some pain in the asses as you're getting ready for the Musky Expo? And then also, I've heard Brady and Doug have fished together, so maybe you talk about that a little bit.
Let's hear it. Pain in the asses of show season. Pain in the asses of show season. There ain't enough hours in the day, period. I don't care how many there are, there's not. Because you can make 1,000 baits and you want 2,000. You can make 1,000,001 color and you want 2 million of it. There's just, it's trying to figure out what everybody wants, and then you're always wrong. So it's just make what I think might sell and go for it. That's about it for me, really. And the drive 12 hours to Wisconsin kind of sucks. Other than that, I love show season. I love seeing the people. Like, literally, I come to Wisconsin once a year and get to bullshit with everybody I talk to all year on the internet. So,
do you have the same issues when you go to different shows too, Brady, about colors?
Oh yeah, colors and sizes. Yes, absolutely. Colors everywhere, except walleye. My painted walleye will sell any show, I guess, I think, apparently.
Painted walleye, great color. It is definitely a struggle. Like, I'm a full-time contractor, so I'm all late night stuff, woodworker by trade, which is honestly the easy part, but it's now with 2 young kids and all the sports, finding time is always difficult. Being up till 2 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the epoxy rack, going every 6 hours. Sometimes you got to get up at 3 o'clock because you got to hit the epoxy one more time. Leave work a bit early because I got to do it again. And then as soon as I get home, my wife and myself have to split up because my son plays hockey, my daughter's in figure skating, gymnastics. But when you come to shows like this and you see the response and how much people care and actually come to your booth and talk to you about what you've done and whatnot is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all worth it. It's just a juggling act. It's everybody's life, though. It's not just us bait builders, but this is our time where every minute counts, whether it's with family or for the business. Like, every single minute counts. If you wasted one, that's one more bait you could have done, or one more thing you could have done.
So, did you fish with Doug pre-Bam Bam ever?
I fished with Doug, it was probably 2018 or 18. Doug remembers. So yeah, I was less than like maybe a year into musky fishing at that time. And yeah, everybody says, drive to Wisconsin, we'll throw you in a boat. I said, okay. And they said, you're fishing with Doug. And I was like, well, holy fuck, that's pretty cool, I guess. Like, of all people to just get thrown in a Doug, everybody, even though it was his first year, everybody still knew Doug Wagner. You know what I mean? Sure. So like me, some small town PA guy, driving to Wisconsin and hopping in a boat with Doug Wagner was pretty damn cool.
I'm giving the mic to Doug here because I got to know, what the hell is fishing with Brady like?
That was Con Brady, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew what end of the rod he should grab when it came to making the first cast in the day. No, it was a good time. It was just hilarious. Like, we had shared a boat on the Madison chain is where the tournament was,
And I remember, it was crazy. Like, I'd never met you, I'd never even heard of you, knew who you were. And then fast forward like 4 years, it's like, holy crap, this dude makes really cool like rubber baits and like all this other shit. He's like, I think I fished with this guy like way back in the day. I'm like, I don't remember the beard being that big though.
It wasn't always this beautiful.
Exactly.
This takes time.
Yeah, and that time is what it was.
This is 4 years. This is what I have right now.
So you were clean shaved when I first saw you. So I was like, I think that guy looks familiar, but I don't know. And I'm like, I know his name was. It's got to be the same guy. And sure enough, what do you know? Here we are. And I think the one, these guys both bust their tails making baits, but I know I ordered a bunch of weights from Brady like 2 weeks ago, a ridiculous amount of lead. Just because I'd rather support. They're way better priced from you,
and they fit better because the gaps, the hook hangers.
I don't have to drill out the sizes so that they don't just fit one brand. So I love that. I ordered, I don't know how many I ordered, dozens.
I think 50, 25 packs. Yeah.
25, of each size. So no, I love what both you guys are doing. It's super fun. But yeah, I remember it was not my best fishing performance. I lost one on an ace bait on Wabisa. I remember that. Snapping it through some cabbage, and that was the only fish we saw.
Yeah, there was nobody catching fish that weekend. I don't think there wasn't a single fish boated all weekend. I don't think that weekend.
Mo Musky. So the guy who made Mo Musky. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? This is horrible.
I can picture his face.
Yes.
Brian.
No.
No.
He's a contractor now too, but he's doing really good for himself. But he caught the only fish, like a 47 incher. I think they caught it trolling.
Yeah.
I mean, Natty up north was in his boat.
Yeah.
Like that was a long time. It was literally my first year guiding. I think it was in end of June or July. And if you know anything about the Madison chain, not a great time to be on the Madison chain. And probably why they caught the one trolling.
Yeah.
But no, it was just a wild experience, and I had no idea that, whatever this is, 8-9 years later, we'd be sitting next to each other at the Wisconsin Musky Expo doing a podcast.
Yeah, it's
talking about beardless
insane.
Brady.
It is. It's been a wild ride. It really has. I mean, Musky's got a hold of me. I was a big hunter, fisherman. I don't give a shit about anything but muskie. Like I got the bug, and it's my entire life now. Like, good. Other than my family, but they're still part of that too. They're fishing.
Yeah. Don't want to get your ass kicked when you get home. No, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I'm going to the bait swap. That's why I came here. Besides the $800 stuff that's in my hands, but thank you guys for having me on real quick.
Appreciate you, Doug. Thank you for coming on. Shout out Next Gen Muskies. All right, so Hammer Customs is sat down, but we're going to get to him in a little bit. I want to ask, never mind, we're not going to get to him in a little bit. Otherwise, he's going to get up. I want to ask Adam and Brady, obviously being from Canada, being from Pennsylvania, how has the Wisconsin crowd accepted you guys being from out-of-staters?
This is by far the biggest show, I would say, that I've experienced. I was talking to Rich earlier about numbers, and the numbers are quite insane. The crowd, especially the Friday crew, when they come through here, they know exactly what they want, and they're grabbing handfuls, and then half of them don't even talk to you. It's just, give me this, I'm out, to the next guy.
What bait of yours, so top line baits with Adam, what bait of yours was the big seller this weekend?
Well, considering it sounds like in Wisconsin everything is a small bait market here, but I sold my XL dipsticks out in probably the first 4 minutes. And then the next one was a new bait that I came out with. It's called a Dive and Glide. That one sold out in probably 45 minutes, and then the dipsticks took a beating, and I'm sitting at 2 left at this moment.
Brady, for you, out of Pennsylvania, so this is your third year. So people probably know who you are by now. Has it taken a couple years for you to catch steam, or was it year one where things kind of popped up?
I mean, year one definitely took off. It was a perfect storm, really. I didn't do anything crazy. They just started catching fish at the right time. The right people got them. The right people caught fish. And it just magically happened. So even my first year here was phenomenal. But then when I came out with the swim fin fin last year. It was very, very good. But now the swim fin, people realize what you can do with the swim fin. And now this year was a whole nother world. It was insane. I mean, I didn't know where I was for the first 5 hours on Friday. And my number one seller would probably, it's between the new 7-inch swim fin and the 9-inch swim fin, but they definitely cleaned them.
So when you made that 7-inch swim fin, did you have the Wisconsin market in mind?
Every bait I make, I have the market in mind, because I have another 5 to 7 prototypes at all times that I'm fishing. Because I know what I want, so I make it. But then I look at it, and I have baits that I might not ever sell because I just know the people they don't want that bait. But I make it specifically for me. And then I let the fish kind of tell me what they want. But I also look at the market. I've seen for the last 3 or 4 years, smaller, 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 smaller. And that's across the board on the musky world. So that's why I went with the 7 this year.
So for you, Adam, I mean, is there any smaller dipstick coming to market? It sounds like the XL dipstick did okay. I mean, even our co-host Brian did okay. With first time throwing one, he caught a fish. So clearly they work.
And Brian can only catch on the crazy shit.
Right.
So that must be a dang good bait.
100%. But have you thought about going smaller at all?
I do have some protos. I think I showed, maybe Gus got to see it, and it is a micro dipstick. It's a 1-hook bait. I was throwing it last year for spring pike, and it got destroyed pretty good, so there's a good chance I'll come out with something smaller. And I also made a bait even bigger than the XL dipstick that is roughly 16-inch the body, double XL. It's a mag double XL dipstick. It should just call it the beaten stick, honestly. Kevin Vender, who was helping me in the booth this weekend, he asked if I would ever make a bigger one, so I made one specifically for him. It's 1 of 1 at this point, but he has a feeling that I might have to make a few more. We're going to see how that goes. The only reason he wanted something bigger is he's a guy that likes to throw big baits in Wisconsin, and he stuck a very big tiger up here in northern Wisconsin. I believe it was 46.5, and he caught that on the XL dipstick. So I think that put the small bait thing a little kibosh on that, but maybe one day we'll have a bigger one. But I'm hoping Brady has a couple bigger baits maybe in store for us. I'm hoping secretly.
I don't know. There's, them big baits, fish don't like them. They only like the small stuff. So we'll have to see what comes in the future.
I agree, but there's a good chance of bringing out something smaller, because it does seem like there is a trend in musky fishing right now where things are moving to smaller baits, and then I'm sure 3 years from now it's going to start upsizing. I'm sure it goes up and down constantly.
Yeah, but with where you fish, I feel like the baits you make are kind of like particular for those waters, and then you bring them over to Wisconsin and you still sell out. So like it's kind of nuts that, I don't know, I mean, you're fishing predominantly Great Lakes strain fish, right? And the fact that people are buying them that are fishing 200-acre puddles, I don't know, it kind of speaks a lot. Like, were you surprised by that at all?
I was surprised by that until I was actually Favrock that got one of the XLs, and then not expecting much, he started catching fish instantly on them and started making videos. And he's the one that told me I should start bringing bigger baits up here. And then other people I talk to say, don't bring those, you're never going to sell them. So now that it's been the second year here, they've all sold since I've been here, and I have a feeling I'll be bringing a lot more for next season.
All right, so I'll leave you guys with this. Brady, what was your most popular bait that sold, color and size? And then what was your most popular bait, Adam, color and size, the last 2 days?
Mine was definitely painted walleye. Size, shape did not matter. They all are gone. That was the first color that sold out, and I even made double the amount in that color because I know it sells. So I would just say painted walleye, honestly, but overall just the swim fins in general, but painted walleye for sure.
I'm going to say because XL sold out quickest. Mind you, I didn't have as many, and it seemed like any bait that had orange in it, a lot of orange sold real quick. I did make a lot of baits with the floral green, and they did pretty well, but then again, walleye was, if it wasn't first, it was definitely second.
Right on. Well, we appreciate you guys. We love catching fish on your baits. They're freaking awesome. As we mentioned, Brian caught one on Adam's baits. So, I mean, if you're somebody that's new to musky fishing, never ever fished before, you already know. You just throw that thing out. It's called dipstick for a reason. But even if you're
named after Brian.
Yeah, named after Brian. Even if you're an absolute stick, things work awesome. They're sweet. Brady's baits, obviously, I'm a big proponent of them. I talked about them on the podcast before. So we can't thank you both enough for coming on. I think we're going to close the door here with Nick Amros, maker of the Hammer Custom Baits. Brady or Adam, feel free to jump on and ask Nick any questions. You guys can play podcast hosts. I'll hand the mic over. Nick, you obviously have been putting in a lot of work the last couple months to a year. I'm looking at 2 baits left on your wall on Saturday afternoon. Things have gone okay. What was the madness like on Friday, and how you feeling after everything that's gone down the last 48 hours?
I am feeling completely overwhelmed, so grateful. It was amazing. Friday, I kind of had a feeling I was going to get rushed, so I was waiting until like the last minute to put my baits up. And as soon as I put baits up, I got hammered. So got hammered. When the doors finally opened, though, I know me and Gus are sitting there, and we saw the line like joining up. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is happening. I looked down for probably 10 minutes to take money and do all this, and I looked back up, and I just could not believe the sea of people I saw. First words out of my mouth were, holy shit. I was like, the line didn't stop. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. It's insane. I can't wait to watch the GoPro video we got of it. Me and Gus filmed it all.
Yeah, there's a time lapse of it.
Yeah, it's just insane.
That's awesome. I mean, I wasn't here Friday. I got to see some videos of it, but like, I kind of
incredible.
You anticipate these things, and I'm sure Brady and Adam, you guys. I mean, it sounds like you guys sold out in such a short time. You probably envision these things, but you never know for sure, right? I mean, it's one of those weird things where you think your baits are hot, but you don't know until you get to the show.
Well, it's the thing is you never know, because even if you paint the wrong color or you bring the wrong size or you bring the wrong shape, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the market's telling you. Every show is different. So it's a guessing game. We do what we think is the right answer, but you never know. And I don't expect anybody to show up. I just hope. And I'm grateful for every single customer, the conversations, the people. I love this show here, every show. I've been doing them year after year after year, so I see the same people.
We love you, Brady.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. But that's why we do the shows, though, is to see the people, hear the stories, and the same guys come back and buy more because they're working.
But it's cool because, like, obviously you do your Facebook deal where, you do your I don't what do you even call them? Just a
website draw.
Yeah, website draw. And, people are able to get them if they're on top of things. But, like, this is the one time that people can come and, like,
touch them, see them, see the size, feel them.
And that's same for Nick, too. Like, he's making baits. He's spending, Jeremy talked about it. Like, he's spending hours. Adam's spending hours. And it's like, at the end of the day, you have no fucking clue. Like, if people are going to show up and be like, yeah, I actually want to spend, $70 worth of my money on these baits. Like, it's sweet to see.
Or, like, even worse, that could happen. Like, last weekend could have been this weekend. Wausau got 30-some inches. Now we just killed ourselves for months for this show for nothing. So we're putting it all on the line. It's all on the line. We could have been on the way here and your vehicle could break down and you could not make it. And all that work, you could be in a crash. Like, anything could happen.
Because you're not on big websites,
No, this is it. Like, we're either here or if this doesn't happen, we don't get to see the people. We don't get to sell the baits in person.
That's interesting. My dad said the exact same thing to me. He goes, what's your backup plan? And I'm like, guess I don't know. I'm just focused on one thing.
Yep, that's all we can focus on. Just aim at it and go. Don't stop for nothing.
Adam's coming from fucking Canada.
Exactly.
And, they could have closed the border down last week, even a month ago after United States beat Canada in hockey.
Twice.
And,
Actually, 3 times. You can have yours. All right, here.
Give me my beating. Let's hear it.
Okay, no, I don't want to give you your beating. We talked about it before.
Bring it up.
Give me 20 seconds on the Canadian perspective on the men's hockey team losing the gold medal.
Well, first of all, it took me 3 days to grieve about this because when I was younger, hockey was my entire life, and when that happened, my son was in my room and I said some harsh words, and I had to slam the door and lock myself in the bathroom and yell because I was very upset. And within 10 seconds of that, I had, I don't know, maybe 15 messages from all my American friends shoving it down my throat, which I did not respond for. It was 3 days until I could cool off and clear my head. I know we all watched the same game. I told a lot of my buddies I knew this was going to come down to goaltending, and I was on the, or I should say we were on the wrong side of this. And I'm not going to be a crybaby.
You guys had the big game goalie.
I never agreed with our goaltending. And I think we're all pretty lucky that Russia didn't have a team because we might have all been screwed with the goaltending that they had.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know. I think they might have the top 3 goalies potentially in the league. Now that we've seen the game with Hellebuyck doing what he does.
You talking about Vasilevsky?
No, he would be one.
Soroka, or is it?
Soroka?
Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank now. They have 3. Vasilevsky is one of them. A goaltender from, come on now, New York. I can't even draw the name. I'm just thinking about the game right now. I'm getting flustered, but
I still love you.
I can't even think straight right now. We're not used to this in Canada when it comes to hockey, but I mean, hey, we take our licks. We'll take our licks. We have 4 more years to prepare for this. And I hope it can be a different outcome next year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take it. You guys won fair and square in the women's, the men's, and the sled hockey too.
I believe sled hockey, yes. Yep.
So
I think we beat you in baseball as well.
I don't even know what baseball is, so that's fine. Not a big baseball guy, but I'm not surprised. I didn't even know we had baseball players in Canada. It's either hockey or curling, but it's cool.
Unreal. Okay, yeah, I apologize for bringing that up. I don't want to end the podcast on a bad note, but 99% of our podcast listeners, I would imagine, are from the States. I don't know. Do we get a lot of Canadian?
I think you have more Canadian than you probably think.
Big Toronto. There's a lot of people from Toronto that listen.
Okay, well, okay. So sincerely apologize to all those that are listening in Toronto right now. That's my fault. We are embracing Adam. We understand that Canadian
For Musky on Tap, we're sorry.
We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Canada absolutely dominated that game. Hey, how about this, Adam? I sincerely thank you for giving us one medal, because I don't think it'll happen for a while. So thank you for 1.
That was 2. Women's 2.
Oh yeah, women's 2, and baseball and sledge hockey. So thank you for giving us 3 medals. Maybe 4.
We all know it's only the one that matters, but in all honesty, the women's hockey team was great.
Nasty.
And the American team is honestly, I would say, levels above our team. We had a much older team going into the tournament, and I think it showed.
Well, our captain was like 42.
I would say average age. My grandpa was playing. You have 2 of the best women's. Let's put it this way: 2 of the women players on your team are going to be 1-2 in the next professional draft.
Our captain had like 6 children.
I think there's probably about 40 children on the Canadian team. But either way, I'll give you guys props. I'm proud that you guys did it. But we have 4 years to figure it out.
Nothing like I would imagine ending the Muskies on Tap podcast with Adam Mueller with a little Canada, Wisconsin hockey, United States hockey talk a little bit. Nick, you had one more thing to say?
Yeah, I do. I just also want to give a huge shout out because Bill Bates for months on end right now, and it's not all me doing everything. I also have a couple close friends that come into the shop, will help me out a lot. So I want to give a shout out to Gus. Every bait he touched for some reason, he blessed it. Taylor came on up. Clay helped me out. Louie. Greg, there's a lot of people. So it's not only one person that did everything, it's everyone coming together as a community. So I'm so appreciative of the friends that I have. So thank everyone.
Of course, Nick. Well, we really appreciate you and all the hard work that you put into all of your baits. I mean, it was incredible to see it all in person, all live in action. That was a good time. Really proud of you, dude. Really proud of you.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that's really fun about doing this podcast is getting to meet beauties like Brady and Adam and everybody else. No, yeah, 100%. I mean, they make awesome stuff, and yeah, real beauticians. We can't thank you guys enough for coming on. Gus, Brian, and I mean, maybe Brian, but Gus and I had no clue how the first maybe 50 minutes of this podcast went.
No idea. I think this is going to be one of the first podcasts I actually listened to the entire thing.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed
just
it.
Toss it out and never see it again.
Yeah, shout out Thorn Bros, thank you for sponsoring us. Shout out Next Gen Muskies, thank you for sponsoring us.
Mott 10 code.
Yeah, if you listen to us before.
Shout out to Nikki for opening us up.
Shout out to Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki.
And that hoodie.
She's got that Bam Bam hoodie on.
You're welcome. Always support Bam Bam.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you tuning in. Gus, you got any trailing thoughts? Brian's gone.
Brian is MIA.
Brady or Adam, do you want to take us away?
Yeah, I'm thinking you guys need to get a mattress sponsorship because something tells me Brian's not going to make it much longer looking at him right now. He is on a different planet at this point.
You got to do the outro.
Yeah, you got to get Brian over here.
Brian, outro.
Oh, here he comes.
Outro.
Out.
But thank you guys for having me on. It's been great.
Outro.
Hey, shout out from Adam from Top Line here for the outro.
What'd you say?
Adam from Top Line.
Okay.
Let her rip. Let her rip.
No, we're waiting on you.
Oh, but for me. Okay. All right, everybody. Look, we're out here from the live from the Musky Expo. We are tonight. We are on. I'm gonna make it known here. We are on High Point. We're gonna ride the public here. High Point upset and the over against Arkansas. We are doing a little. Might be a little parlay, but guys, all in all, a great Musky Expo weekend. As always, next year, if you haven't shown up, you got to show up to the Musky Expo. Great bait makers. Brady, right in front of me.
Wisconsin Musky Expo.
Bam Bam Baits, Top Line Baits, right in front of me. And
Nick Cameros.
A long time, yeah.
Wrap it
Longest
up.
outro in the
Wrap it
all-time
up.
of the all-time.
Wrap it
yeah.
up.
Give us the wrap.
Shout out outro. If you're still listening to this and it's late at night, the sun's going down, make sure to put $100 in the slots tonight. It's a hot night. It's a hot night. All right, everybody, take it easy. Drive safe.
That was great.
Anybody else?